welcome to Friday Night Live. It is Friday, and we are live. Therefore, it is Friday Night Live. Oh, it's a beautiful evening here in West Central Wisconsin. It is just one of those perfect nights. It's like 70, I think 73 degrees right now. A nice evening. So we are going to kick things off like we always do, raising up the cup and giving a big cheers to all of you for tuning in to episode 299. Cheers. Oh, so good evening, Timon, Craig's Courts to Coles, Dean, how you doing? Mr. Van Dusen, good evening. Tonight is 299. Next week is the big one. The big number 300. So get ready. We're going live for 300 minutes. Actually, no, we're not. Because that's like, what is that? 5 hours? Yeah, no. But we might go a little long. We might start a little early. I don't know yet for sure exactly what's going to be happening tomorrow or next Friday night. All I do know is you should probably be here because there's going to be some pretty cool things going on. Tony Woods, how are you doing? Let's see. Who else was in here? Oh, somebody, the Firewood Hut. I think I saw a question about the koi pond. The koi pond is pretty much done except for I still have some of the landscape lighting wiring to, well, I had a bunch of it buried and had some woodchucks, some groundhogs came into the yard yesterday and ripped up a bunch of the mulch. And so I got to fix some of that stuff. But yes, the koi pond is done. The fish are in it. Everything is looking great. Except for these dang mosquitoes flying around. All right. Oh my goodness. We are going to bring out the ladies early. This might be the earliest we've seen the ladies come out on a Friday night. And we are bringing them out for our good, hang on, I gotta make sure the volume of this music is kind of down. Our good friend, Marlon. Hey, hi, Dan, fellow Woodhounds. Cheers, friends. Cheers to you, Marlon. Thank you very much. The ladies are swinging early. Let's see here. I saw a question. Let me just grab. Oh, yeah, Jared. Let's get a boiler update on why this summer might be the last time you shut her down. Oh, you remember that. Wow, that is impressive. Well, let's see. This is the update I can give you, and then I'll give you a little so I finished putting in I filled in the hole that I had to drive in. I might start taking wood in and just get it in there maybe next week, but I will be giving you an update and answering that question possibly in a week to 10 days, depending on a couple things. So I can't answer it yet, unfortunately, but it won't be long, and I'll tell you why. Let's see. Tim Stout, how you doing? Jonathan and Ashley Williams, good evening. Outside in the 515, Rob, how are you doing? If you guys, for those of you who tune in to the Woodhounds podcast, you probably heard us discussing Mr. Outside in the 515 this past week on the episode. If you haven't checked out the podcast and you're wondering what I'm talking about, there's your little hook to go over and check it out. Ralph Carnegie, I am doing great. How are you? Frickin' Jeep is here. Oh, Yadkin Valley Outdoors. For a second there, I thought that said, I'm not hurting tonight. But you're not hunting tonight. That's good. Good evening, Mark. Three green acres. All right. I am way behind here, I guess. Craig's Court to Coles with a question. I was in your backyard this week. Well, way back. Oh, Jellystone Warrens. Yeah, that's way down. I'm about what is it? A little over an hour, I think, from there. So yeah, kind of. Tony Woods turned the page today. Birthday. Well, happy birthday. Cheers to that. Happy birthday, Tony. And my niece is having a baby tonight. Might be a 2-time uncle. Woo! Well, congrats to that as well. The York Woods, good evening. Hogs Logs, good evening. And Abby, York Woods' wife, good evening. How many deer are sleeping under the shelters? Right now I can't see. I don't think any right now, because 3 of them just walked by right on the trail back here. But the other day, I had one that was laying almost under the tractor on the right side. So I came in and she didn't see me because of the rear wheel. And as I stepped onto the tractor, she was like right down underneath the side of it. And I don't know who was more startled and who was more scared, her or me. It scared the crap out of me. Whew. All right, Slick Willie. Good evening. The Catskill Hillbilly is here. Good evening. I miss. Oh, outside of the 515. Yes, no problem. It was our pleasure. It was a good little, a good topic and a good thing to, just have a little conversation about. So I'm glad you enjoyed, and you never know, maybe we'll keep our eyes out and start discussing more things we see out there floating around on the tube. There's Matt, Trees to Firewood. I saw you were just pumping through the wood down there. Holy moly, there's, what was it, 4 or 5 dump trailer loads? It's a lot of wood. Lot of wood. Mini ice or big balls? We got big balls tonight. Big ice balls. Big ice balls tonight. We are also dog sitting little Harlow again, the St. Bernard. You ever think about making it to Chris's Woodyard for a Friday Night Live? He was over here about, what was it, a little over a month ago, maybe a month and a half. It's just always tough going anywhere because I never know how well the internet connection is going to be and whether or not there's going to be service, because it's sometimes tough to do just off of like cell phone service, even if it is 5G. I don't like to run an unstable connection. So I like to be wired in to a broadband connection of at least 10 to 12 gigs per second. So yeah, sometimes it's tough. There's 2 questions here on the home repair from the hailstorm. Everything is done except the gutters, which were supposed to be done this week, and they didn't get to them. But the roof is looking great. The siding's all repaired. The shade, you can't even notice that the siding's new or different shade or anything. So everything is done, looking good. Just got to finish up with the gutters, and then I got to resubmit to my insurance, whatever that's called, to get like the full, they pay you so much and then they pay you another installment if you actually go through with and complete the repairs or something. So yeah. SG. I'm as bad as Well, I usually don't do that. I usually don't do the whole, you won't believe what's coming. Just stay tuned. We got some big stuff in the works. Oh my goodness, you wait and see what's going to happen. I'm normally not like that, but because he asked, I didn't want to just not give a no answer, but it's just I just need a little more time. James Baton, I will commit to that only if you will. I will only go to Bunyan on if you are going as well. I really don't care to. Well, I usually don't really care to leave the house. Sometimes I do get a little. I get if I have to go to like Menards on Saturday morning when it's just a madhouse there. I get there and I can't leave and get home quick enough. It's just frickin' Jeep. That's right. I am an unstable connection. That's why I need a stable connection. I was thinking about Bunyan today because I started looking at um flights down there, and like they don't have any options available yet on the airlines I want to fly on for the days I want to fly on, which is really strange. So I gotta maybe now they'll start posting more that it's August. But yeah, it's looking kind of there's kind of not very many options. So now I got to try to figure out if I'm going to fly to Pittsburgh or Columbus. We shall see. Columbus is better, but if I have to go to Pittsburgh, I will. Saw Supplier Steve, good evening. How is everything up? What is it? Not that far. North, to the north and east. Danny Latkins. Oh, see, I have a surprise coming on my channel. You will never guess what's coming up. I tell you, I don't know. Boonville. Yeah, isn't it crazy? And it's like you go out there and like I said, I have a couple things I need. I want to make it a quick trip anyway, and then you get there and it's just insane madhouse. Like everyone that has a weekend project to do goes to Menards Saturday morning or all day Saturday. Like I don't think it matters what time you go there. And it's just packed. And then like I said, I just get this. I get in there and I just get like frustrated. I'm like, all right, I got to get out of here. I don't want to deal with all these people. Gringo Pines, how are you doing? Logger Jason. Oh, and there is WD-30. Wow, he's really old guy firewood. How are you doing? You're going to be at Bunyan, right? I think I saw that. And are you coming in still on Thursday? That's my plan, is to get in on Thursday. Get in Thursday evening-ish. And then leave Sunday morning. But yeah, it's not looking good for, oh my goodness. Tony Woods, thanks for the reminder. Tonight, this is the thing. Tonight I have a bunch of small wood. Don't worry, we're still gonna make a big fire with small wood. But I got a bunch of old, like, scrap cut-offs, chunks. Just gonna throw the whole damn box on. I got another one This is way back when I used to split everything with the hatchet, and I would take off like all the bark. So I would have barkless pieces of cherry. So I have a box of all cherry, like bark pieces. Oh. All right, let's see here. What do we got? I gotta catch up. Did I miss? Maybe not. All right. Oh, here we go. What? WD-30 is amazed for how quick show season hit. Yeah, no kidding. What is it? Not next week, but the week after is Boonville, right? Boonville, and then the Great Lakes, I think. I don't even remember. But yeah, it's here. What vehicles do you and Amanda drive? Ones that have 4 wheels. Well, 5 if you count the steering wheel. No, I have a Ford F-150, and she has a Hyundai Tucson hybrid, which is flippin' awesome. I don't know. I don't care what you say. Like driving that thing around, because she has an hour drive to work each way. So, it's nice to be able to get 40, 38, 40 plus miles per gallon when you're driving an hour each way. WD-30 would have liked to have that bark cherry. Well, I've got plenty of it. The other thing is I think it's a little long. Like I said, that was from way back in the early days, before the Kinlet. That's right, Rick. It definitely does. Well, I'm saying that you can keep the fire going with small wood. Yeah, shive is, yeah, but okay, here's the one thing that I don't think people understand. So the camera I'm using for the fire pit has got like it's got a lens on it for like taking 360. So like it makes everything look smaller. Number one. Number two, when Shibe has his fires on his live streams, he's sitting 15 feet away from them. Like this thing is right here. I can't get this thing going too hot. Well, so selling my scraps, I do sell some locally, but it isn't. So like if I were to sell them and say I were to sell them at like a discount, I still have to put in the same amount of time doing all the heat treatment and all that stuff. So at the end of the day, I'd rather do all that work for the premium product and not worry about the scraps. And just the scraps I use for my own personal burning, like tabletop fire pits when we have them going on here. So, I mean, I have a use for them. It's just the better use is for either my personal use like this and not to sell them. What was this? Yeah, this is the thing though that's surprising, is like will, like, well, what I've noticed when I'm driving it, I can be going down the interstate with at 70 miles an hour, and if you just let off the gas and then slowly tap back on it, it will switch, and you can cruise at 70 on battery only for, however long it takes until, like, maybe you hit a little incline or something, and then it will switch to hybrid mode. But yeah, they're sweet for even cruising down the interstate. It's pretty cool stuff. She does, like, we rented a Jeep when we were out in Boonville 2 years ago, and she did enjoy driving that thing around. I did not like it at all. I thought it was way too clunky, and I don't know. I'm not a fan of Jeeps. It's definitely the camera, the lens of the camera. And then that's the other thing, is I can't get my camera too close to it because then it will get hot and it will melt. So I'm probably, I don't know what's going on. Something's happening. I wonder where they're going. Amanda's out on a walk with the dogs, but she's that way, and they went that way. So I think we're good. All right, the ladies are coming back outside in the 515. Just dropping a coin in the cup. Thank you very much. Cheers. Richard Titcomb, how you doing? Shotlift Family Firewood. All right. Yeah, here they come. I thought they were coming to get me, but they drove right by. I have them fooled. Tony Woods, are you going to be getting more of the small block wood for the kindlet? Yes, I think so. The only, I've got a bunch of kind of like rounds cut down, and then I think I'm going to be getting more, possibly kind of like mid to end of August, maybe. I don't want to get them too soon, and I don't want to get them and let them, well, I don't know how long they sat at that pallet company, but the one thing I noticed is that, like, I cut them down to length, and then I had them sitting for a while, and they got really hard. Like, the ends, the knife was just crunching the wood. So I think it's way better to split as green as I can get either the rounds or like those blocks, because man, those things just got like rocks. Log cabin firewood. Captain Sunburn Jack, how is the burn? Have you peeled yet? Have you been applying moisturizer and balms? Have you put any balms on? Yes. It's hard before it becomes mini wood. That's the problem. It's hard before it becomes small wood. Yeah, it's one of those things you gotta. I've had like bigger rounds of ash that have been the same way. Like I've had some that have gotten like buried in the wedge on both the Wolf Ridge and the box wedge. Sometimes, like it's or like if there's a log that has been sitting for a while and like the end of it, even with oak, if the end gets really hard. When I was running the Yappa, I would always that first cut. I would like take that first round and I would flip it around so that the fresh cut end was going into the knife. Otherwise, sometimes it can be it can it's a lot tougher than you think. Uncle Dendan, a family that's put together, stays together. Great video. Thanks for sharing. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed. Mom and the boys is sitting down, finishing off a bottle of wine to celebrate her birthday tomorrow. So, what is she going to be doing? What kind of bottle is she going to be finishing off on her birthday? I am. Yes, I'm close. I think. Well, I am, but I know I completely anticipate sometime in August it's going to get hot again. We're going to have another spell. So I'm ready for the last hot spell. But today, like I said, right now it's like 72, cool. Didn't get very hot today. Brian, yes, that's the thing. There's those two, the ACV and the FCV. There's something. But yeah, I got to get, and then I got to show either I have to do it or the contractor submits everything to the insurance company once everything's done. So yeah, and I hopefully, well, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter to me how long it takes because the contractor is the one that's going to be waiting on his money. It ain't going to be me. Well, he'll be coming after me, I guess. Lyle's at 58 degrees. Holy smokes. That's getting almost chilly. What's the next big project? I don't really have anything big for the rest of nothing big. I'm gonna make a little bin to run my boiler wood into, just because I gotta keep up with all the cool kids making all these bins. So I'm gonna do that, and then that's about it. And then just try to get back ahead on my boiler wood. Speaking of boiler wood, James Baton wants to know if I've fired up the boiler yet. Not yet. I actually should, just because the hot water, man. The hot water adds to the electric bill. And has anyone else noticed their electric rates inching up, creeping up, or just completely going way up lately, like the last month or two? Because, man, I don't know what's going on, but I have noticed I don't think I'm using as much as my last bill said I was, unless maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it just seems like all of a sudden the electric bills have been getting a little higher and higher, and I don't think I'm I don't know, using that much more than last year. Frickin' Jeep. Package is on the way. Oh gosh. Am I going to have to open this during the live stream? I'm a little scared. I'm a little worried what you might be sending. All right, hang on. I'm going to throw another box on. Well, maybe I'll just dump some on. Oh, my. Splitting pine. Craig's cords of coal, I think, was splitting pine boiler wood inventory. Husky announced 564 at 10.99 and 2026. Thoughts? Does that come with a better starter? Will you be able to start it in under 15 pulls at 10.99? Or for 12.99, guaranteed 5 pulls or less to start. When was the last time you cleaned your AC? Well, I had we had our AC. I actually had to have it serviced this spring because a bunch of mice chewed all the wires inside it, completely messed everything up. But I have actually not run the AC very much. It's we don't really run it a lot. How do you shop for electric rates? We cannot. I have one option. Froze up. Uh-oh. My video is buffering? Or you guys are? Let me just see here. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know if I'm froze. Well, I don't look like I'm froze up. For me anyway. I don't think I don't know. Everything's looking fine on my end. I'm connected. My speed is good. I'm not on Wi-Fi either, so I don't know. Is everyone seeing this, or is it just sporadic? It could be YouTube itself. But I don't think it's usually when that happens, it's usually buffering occurs on the download side, which would be YouTube to you. Not that I'm trying to not take the blame for anything, but usually when something freezes when it's buffering, it's because of the download. if I was buffering, I would be seeing it on my end. And I also have built-in connection warnings with this program that will tell me. And it's looking good. Maybe it's just that, the last load of small wood froze it up. That could be. It's not the there we go. Saw supplier Steve. Potentially it's YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube and that ever does happen when you're live streaming, if you, instead of waiting, just refresh your window. Uh-oh. Now what's going on? Hey. All right. She's getting in a shouting match with the neighbor's dog. My goodness. All kinds of hell is breaking loose. Is that when it froze? When I was talking about the husky? Yeah, isn't that something? Normally I have to threaten her by saying to go in the house. If I tell her that I'm going to take her in the house, then she shuts up. But otherwise, she'll just keep on barking. Oh, this Saint Bernard pup is just, I think he's like, I don't know exactly how old he is, but he's in that stage where his legs have gotten so long you can't really control him. He's just a klutz. Like, he runs around and it's just it's pretty funny though. Pretty funny. Hey, the hardworking man is here. Good evening. I'm waiting to see what this is that you've your prototype or whatever we're meeting with the engineers. I'm waiting to see what it is. And there we have. All right, we got to bring the ladies. See those damn mosquitoes flying around? The ladies come back out for Captain Sunburn. A shot. We need a shot or a drink. So tip them up. Happy Friday, y'all. Thank you very much, Jack. Cheers. I do need to, what time is it? Is it at the bottom of the hour yet? Uh-oh, here he comes. Here comes the big klutz. Come here. Come here. Oh my gosh. What are you doing? Oh, jeez. I ain't even going to try to pick him up. Frickin' Jeep, I tell you. She has her secret ways. Oh, and we got another. Bring the ladies back out for Glowing Firewood 50. Let's raise those cups up. Cheers. Ooh, there you go. Thank you very much. Carl Lewis, the man with the plan, found an easier way to bust up wood. I think that's something everyone is looking for. Hardworking man has 4 to 5 ideas right now. Ooh. Uh-oh. I'm just wondering which I've seen quite a few of your ideas in the past, so I'm wondering which direction this is going. I'm wondering what it's going to be. The PPE jockstrap or the uh what else? What else was what were you discussing that one night down in the lobby? Something. Oh. And their ladies are coming back out. Russ Willie's firewood here is to the last loads of wood in the old wood yard. Ho ho! All right. Well, thank you very much. Cheers. When will the first loads in the new wood yard go out or come in? I guess come in or go out. Is the last load of wood in the old wood yard, is that the last load coming in? Jeremy Dirksen, no problem joining a little late. We are here. What in the hell is going on over there? All right. I think actually, yeah, I need to refill. So 1 second. How is the small wood big fire doing? Not too bad. I'm going to throw the rest of that on though. So hold tight. 1 second. The Adirondack Woodsman, how are you doing? Lake Ontario Firewood. What is going on? Hey, you need to stop sending all this damn smoke down here. I don't know who all was in Wisconsin, but the last 3 days we have been having some very bad Canadian wildfire smoke air quality alerts. I think that was 3 droppers worth. Maybe it was only 2, but I gotta go easy tonight. I gotta babysit a dog tomorrow. First loads go to the new wood yard end of next week. 25 cores to close the old wood yard out. Oh, so 1 week. 1 week out. Next week in. All right, where are we at here? Yeah, man, the smoke this past week has just been crazy. And it's just, I mean, you wake up in the morning and you think it's foggy. And then it just continues all day, just hazy. And it's crazy because you don't see it, right in your immediate space, but you see it off in the distance. So if you see it in the distance, it's right, you're breathing it in wherever you are. Did you pay the tariffs? No, we did not. Then they went up. They went up again. I think. When was it? Today? Yesterday? Hey, don't watch out when you run past those lights. There goes little boss man trying to get the dog to chase him. Here we go. Will we get overtime on the 300th live stream? Trying to plan ahead. Let's see. Would you rather start early or stay late? What's the better? Or both? Maybe I'll do both. But if I start early, it might only be like what I normally do. Like they'll just be, I don't know if I'll be on here interacting, but maybe, well, for sure actually, I got to think about this because the next day I have to be somewhere fairly early in the morning. So I don't know. We'll do some overtime, but I don't know how much. We'll go. The overtime will be 300 seconds more than the normal overtime. How about that? I'm old and don't remember the official name. Small, mini, or little. Either one works. I've used mini firewood quite a bit, but then I've also have, small wood on my shirt. So you can use small or mini. But do not use tiny. Like, who is Katrina? Sue Heibel, good evening once again. Stay late. All right. Start early. No shots for overtime. Yeah, we'll probably do, I don't know. I don't want to, I know the one time that I started early, like, nobody got the notification or remembered. So everyone came in at the regular time when I was getting ready to end it. But we'll see. But yeah, I do have Saturday morning next weekend. I do have to leave fairly early. Micro wood. Oh, heavens no. I gotta throw some more on. Hang on. Peace. I started early one time, Sue. I started at 7 Central instead of 8 Central. Normally it's 8 Central. And I don't know if he's still in here or not, but old guy Firewood convinced me to start at 8 Eastern, which is 7 Central. So I started the next week. When was it? The week after the International Firewood Expo. I started it at 7 Central that following week, and he wasn't even on because he forgot about it. Whoa. Yeah, there goes. There goes $30. Well, actually, it's only about 20. I don't know if that was a full box or not. Uh, Old guy firewood. I like in every video the week leading up to when I started early. I was mentioning it. Micro tiny wood. Oh, we got another. We gotta bring out the ladies. Wife just came in the room. Let's see the ladies. I think maybe not. I thought Amanda was speaking of ladies coming out. I thought she was on her way on here, but there you go. Ladies are springing. Cheers. Thank you very much. Invite Heath. Yeah, I could. Well, he could. I could patch him in, and he can do 300 minutes of overtime. Although that's even later for him. Well, this supply is. This isn't my. This is like my secondhand small wood. It's not. It's not the good stuff. It's all like every single piece. This was back when I was splitting all the bark off with a hatchet by hand. So it's all cherry with bark. No more men dancing. That was a one-time deal. One time and one time only. Until the next time. But the next time's not tonight. Even though it's your birthday. Carl Lewis, the man with the plan. Good night. Have a good weekend. Here comes. All right. What? Did the police go by you?
Well, they went that way.
That way. Yeah. Were you going that way? Oh, you were already up there? Oh. Logger Jason has got to get to bed. Kenny will be here Monday, and I got a lot of stuff to get. Yeah, you better get ready for him. Well, have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. Ralph Carnegie, good night. Have a good weekend as well. Yeah, we don't have. Maybe if I find, maybe what we should do is one of these times maybe at Bunyan this year. Here's what we can do. We can get like Hardworking Man and Shibe and a few others to somehow come swinging in, and I can take that video and then use it over and over again. Somehow we'll figure something out to maybe at some point bring back the men for you ladies out there. Northwest PA firewood. Yeah, there was some I think YouTube is having some problems tonight with their sending out. Do you have problems with mice making homes in your tractor? Not in my tractor, but everywhere else. Oh my gosh. But I have used these. I don't. I forget. I forget the name of them. They're in like a black package with green lettering, green and white lettering. They're like little pouches of almost like minty menthol smelling stuff. And I throw a few of those like in the Kinlet and one of my cabinets and a few other places. And those seem to work good. But man, everywhere else, like in the greenhouses, I just found behind the bar here the other day, I had a couple boxes that were back there with all of the like different things from doing the landscape lighting, and a freaking mouse chewed up one of the boxes and like built a whole dang nest inside this other box. Yeah, so they're everywhere else, but I haven't had any in my tractor. Whew, man. One of the dogs just is dropping some serious stank. Ooh. Do you smell that?
No.
Holy mollies. Firewood in the field. Good evening. You were 2 minutes before. You got 2 minutes left before overtime. I don't know how long I've been trying to get talked into how long we're going to go next week. No, it definitely was not me. I think the dog just dropped a deuce over there. Whew. It definitely was not me because mine do not smell. Nope. Maybe it was. Was it you?
I haven't done anything.
Oh. All right. Where is? I found a nice nest the other day. Oh yeah, I've been using the I use peanut butter on my traps as well, but the I saw a video the other day that another thing you can use is if you take the cotton off of a Q-tip and put that in your trap. Like mice are always looking for, or like cotton is one of the things they will always go to take to their nest to build their nest with. So they're always like scavenging around for stuff like cotton. And apparently, if you put cotton and then you put peanut butter on the cotton, that's like a double whammy. But yeah, I was kind of surprised when I saw that video about using cotton from a Q-tip for mice bait. Chris Jones, first time I'm in the same time zone as you. Currently sat on Chicago runway, having just landed. Ah, well, welcome to the Central Time Zone. It's the best time zone there is. Oh, did you see that? Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna have to try that because I'm gonna start. I gotta start keeping my. I think what happened with a few of my traps is a chipmunk got them because they were all moved without any mice in them. So I don't know what happened, but the other day all the traps were triggered. The peanut butter was all gone, but not a single mouse was in any of them. Grandpa Gus. That's what it is. Yes. Hard-working man. Yes. Actually, what we need to do though is we'll have to shoot it like earlier in the day. Maybe we could just have you guys like jumping into the pool, and then that way we can get something. We put up a green screen, have you swinging and going into the pool, and then I can have it to use over and over again. But have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. The best, I don't know about this. I don't know what you'd rather have, the mice or the snake. We don't have any snakes. I've yet to see a snake in my wood yard. Um, but the other thing that I think has been helping is there's quite a few owls that I always hear back there. So I'm hoping that they've kind of helped kind of keep down the rodent population. Who is all going to the Woodsman's Field Day show in Boonville? I think there's quite a few people in here. I will not be there this year. But I think there's quite a few people possibly still in the chat here that are going to be going. I don't know all for sure. If you're going, put a thumbs up in the chat. If you're going to Boonville, Boonville. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Hopefully it doesn't rain like it did the year I went. Because it was a sloppy mess. The Wise Choice Firewood's going. Chris Jones, usually 6 hours ahead. What the heck? Are you flying in from Ireland? Where are you coming in from? In the Woodyard. Chris is going to be there. Going to Boonville. Yeah, where would 6 hours ahead be? Usually 6 hours ahead, so rarely catch the live. Huh. Maybe. No, yeah, maybe. I'm guessing Ireland. Ireland or the UK. Wait, who's getting what? I have to pick up an item from Cord King. Uh-oh. An item. Ooh. That's an interesting term to use. To pick up an item. Not machine. You didn't say machine. Oh, heading back to the UK. From San Antonio. Oh, jeez. Texas. Oh, yeah, that's going through Chicago. That's always fun. Usually, it used to always be in Chicago, like wherever you would land and wherever your connecting flight was, it was usually always at the opposite end of the airport. It's always a fun time going through Chicago. Oh, that's it's a great hint. Made of steel. Is it yellow and green colored as well? Is it painted in yellow and green? Oh yeah, that's right, Jack. Weren't you gonna like? Wasn't there like an island or something up there? You were gonna rent a castle or something? I thought, I thought you went up there, or maybe that was somewhere else. She won't be going to a show ever again. Was Boonville the first one? The one and only Boonville. Oh well, what the heck? That's nothing. Just cash in some of those silver and gold bars you have stashed away, and no problem. You can get 2 nights. Stay the whole weekend. Come on. What are you talking about? Get that castle. Yeah. Towing it. Oh. One's in the truck and one's being towed. Hmm. It depends on which river you take. I don't think you could. I don't actually think you can get there. And if you do, you have to get across the lake, which probably would take 6 hours. Nobody knows how long it takes to get from Wisconsin to Michigan across the lake because normally it's everyone's coming from Michigan to Wisconsin. We don't go to Michigan too often. Oh, hey Jeremiah, outdoors in 608. Good evening. We are just getting ready to wind down here and get set for next Friday night. It takes 12 beers to get to Michigan. Next Friday night, the 300th live stream. It is going to be hosted by none other than the amazing Amanda. No, she might make an appearance because I think it was the third live stream I did that her and Boss Man were on. Maybe it was the second. I don't know. And we might have a few people. I don't know if anyone's going to join us or not. I don't know yet. Sometimes that gets tough with connections and bringing people in and all that hoopla. But we'll see how it goes. I have to get. I have a bunch of stuff that's going to be up for grabs. Is a good way of saying it. So get ready for that. And I guess I have an unboxing to do from frickin' Jeep. Who the hell knows what's going to be inside that? And then, yeah, we'll see. Might be a few other. I ain't even going to say. I don't want to build up the hype. So I think with that, I am going to wrap up number 299. And we'll see you all back here next week. Old Guy Firewood. No time difference. We're going to keep it with the same. We might go a little late, but we're going to keep it with the same. If anything, there might be a little extended pre-show stuff to tune into a little early. We'll see. But thanks for tuning in tonight, all of you. And thanks to all these super chatters and the coin in the cup, the moderators. We didn't have any trouble tonight. Thank goodness. So with that, I do believe we'll wrap this one up. Oh, right as Woodhound Sr. jumps on. Or maybe he was here all along. I didn't see his message. But anyway, good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good weekend. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool. Cheers. Good night.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting